This time of year is a great time to be throwing a wacky worm. What does wacky worm look like? Well, very simply, this is a 6-inch Creme Whacky Worm. Now I'm throwing in, it's watermelon red, but an all-time favorite is methylate. Early in the spring when the bass are going up spawning. And what we're doing is we're targeting areas that bass are gonna spawn. And so we're putting this worm in there, just casting it in. I like using a spinning rod because then I can skip it sometimes underneath brush piles or underneath those low-hanging tree limbs because the water's up. As you can see, we're back inside a pocket right here, a spawning pocket in fact, and there's a lot of little places where a bass could be down in there trying to find a nice little snack before they spawn. So what I'm doing to work this worm is I'm casting it out, I'm letting it fall, and a lot of times you just get to bite while, you know, the worm's falling. And if not, then I just kind of twitch my rod tip a couple times and then I let it sit. So that's like pulling the worm and then releasing it. So if there's one around there, it'll bite. Now the other thing is you can just run down the shoreline and do the same thing. It's not like you have to do, you know, target beds or anything like that. You don't have to. If you do see one on a bed though, and you have one of these wacky worms, you can just throw it out there around the bed and in the bed, and they'll come over and get it. So I'm going to show you how I work this. So I'm going to show you, this is how I rigged it. Very easy. I just used an octopus self-setting hook, and I take and I put it right in the center there of my worm. That's it. Then when it pulls, those appendages, they both pull out, and then throw that out there. And then it just goes back and forth. It's a real nice, easy action that, you know, will draw bites from big fish and also from small bass too. So you can do this basically all spring long. I've done it in the summer. Sometimes you can do it deep, but a lot of times you're fishing this, you're fishing shallow, and you're fishing for aggressive fish or bedding fish.